What's going on, everybody? It's Jack. Welcome to my 50,000 subscriber Q&A. The last one I did was back at 40,000 subscribers, I think in August. So some stuff's changed. I got some new questions. I did ask for questions on my Instagram, so if you aren't following me over there, go ahead and do so. That's where I get a lot more like questions, ideas from you guys, stuff like that. So make sure you follow me at _JackPerez_ over there. But without further ado, we'll jump into questions. I did try to break these up the best I could into things like personal questions, YouTube/bodybuilding, Boomy threads, as well as just general fitness tips and questions. So we'll kind of run through these, and we're gonna go a little bit faster so I can get through all of them. These aren't all the questions, but I did my best to pull questions that I got a lot of and or I haven't answered before. So first thing, my age. I am 25 years old. Height, I'm 5'9". Weight, I'm about 180 right now, but I'll cut down to 160-ish when I go to compete. My address is, what's my address? My first pet's name, my mother's maiden name, my social security number. Nah, I'm not answering those. But what is my favorite cheat meal or the best cheat meal I've ever had? Ooh. So I would say cheeseburgers are probably my go-to. Five Guys, I don't know why. I know it's like a basic medium speed burger joint, but Five Guys are by far my favorite cheeseburgers. And Ben & Jerry's ice cream is probably top tier next to Graeter's black raspberry chip. Who is your favorite football player right now? I gotta say, so I'm a Bengals fan. Jamar Chase won me 50 bucks. I do not condone gambling whatsoever, but a lot of these apps have like free bets right now. And I put $5 on Jamar Chase to score the first touchdown of the Bengals-Bills game. He did, I won 50 bucks. So Jamar Chase, you're my favorite right now. Joe Burrow is a close second. Do I like Chinese food? Yes, love Chinese food. Pretty much love all food, honestly. Favorite sport to watch and or play? Favorite sport to watch right now, playoff football, and in general, probably football is by far my favorite sport to watch. Favorite sport to play, lacrosse, if I could get enough people. You need a lot of people for lacrosse to kind of have it coordinated. That's what I played throughout high school, but right now golf is probably my favorite sport to play. You know what, actually golf or sand volleyball when it's in season, one of those two. What type of, favorite type of food? Okay, ooh. Probably Italian. I love Italian food. Italian or Mexican. Honestly, I love those like kind of basic Tex-Mex places like Los Portillos and stuff like that. I love that kind of food as well. Travel plans to Singapore, Canada, Europe. So yes, I do love traveling. Hopefully this year I get to travel again. My goal is to go back to Europe. I went to London and Dublin last year. Definitely want to go back. I don't know where, but Singapore and Canada, I definitely hope to someday, but not anytime soon. Am I still single? DTF and be my boyfriend. So I am no longer single. I do have a girlfriend. Am I still a virgin? Yes. Ass or tits? Ass. Big family. I come from, okay, yeah, so I come from a big family. I have 5 other siblings. There's 6 of us in total. And there's also a set of triplets. So that kind of is like a 3-for-1 basically. But 5 boys and 1 girl. What is my favorite movie or TV show? Favorite movie is Good Will Hunting. Probably always will be forever. It just, I don't know. It's heartfelt, but it's also comedic and has some like witty humor in there. So Good Will Hunting. TV show, I would say Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad. Well, yeah, it's gonna be one of those two, but I do also watch The Office probably more than any other TV show. So I'd say those are kind of my top 3. Favorite memory you've had on YouTube so far? So specifically on YouTube, it's gotta be the Seattle vlogs. Those are by far my favorite vlog series videos I've ever made. Isaac actually made them, obviously, but Seattle was definitely the best trip I've actually filmed and put on YouTube so far. Dream car, I've talked about this before. I'm not much of a sports car guy, but the 4Runner, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Also, I think Audi makes like a Q7 maybe, but like a bigger car. But I also will admit, I like the RS7 and the R8 by Audi as well. I think those are some really sleek looking cars, but I'm not like a Lamborghini Ferrari guy. Those are cool, but just not my style. A dream vacation, oh gosh. I always want to go to the Maldives or whatever, Maldives. I mean, it just looks unreal. Or I would say somewhere in Italy. The Amalfi Coast just looks really cool. I know it's kind of like a touristy spot, but probably somewhere over in Europe and like, or maybe the Maldives. And I like tropical vacations with water and beach and warm weather for sure. One thing I would change about my life if I could, oh gosh. I mean, an easy one off the top of my head is like, I wish I didn't have to worry about finances. I wish I could just like create content, not worry about monetizing things, not having to make money. Just because I enjoy doing things. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice a little bit here and there to actually make money and basically live off of stuff. So I wish I just had like unlimited amount of money just so I could focus on like bodybuilding, making content, doing stuff I enjoy. But also try to think, yeah. I wish I didn't have to worry about money, and I wish I would live close to my girlfriend. That would probably be the second one. Been outside the country, yes. So I've been to Europe, I've been on a mission trip to Nepal, and then I've been to Mexico on like a cruise. But yeah, those, I would say the 2 big trips are Europe and then a mission trip to Nepal during college. Special talent, oh gosh. Honestly, I don't really think I have a special talent. I learned to do a backflip. I don't know if you consider that one. Yeah, no real special talents. I like to get good at stuff, but I like to think I'm a jack of all trades, but master of none. There's nothing really specific I'm like really good at. I learned how to do a Rubik's Cube, little things here and there, but no like special talent like singing or something like that. I definitely cannot sing at all. Now we'll get into some of like the YouTube career bodybuilding type questions. So one of the main ones was basically, what is my goal with YouTube? I got basically, how many subscribers do you want? Do you plan to do YouTube for a long time? All of those. And basically YouTube started off as just something like I wanted to do because I was bored in quarantine and I caught myself watching a lot of YouTube content. So I decided might as well make some of my own. I was watching guys like Christian Guzman, Jeff Nippard, Max Tuning, Will Tennyson, Jesse James West. I will say I don't really watch their content as much anymore, just honestly because I'm limited on time and I'd rather watch an anime personally, but that definitely got me started. Since then, I just wanted to make content, see if I could kind of push it to where it is today. I would say goal-wise, I mean, I think 100K is a really cool number. Anything between 100K to a million is, I mean, absolutely insane, a dream come true. Like I literally dreamt of 50,000 subscribers 2 years ago. As a whole though, I just like to make content, share my life, be a resource for people, share my recipes, basically make fitness a little bit more understandable and kind of digestible. I just say, hey, I'm a real dude. I'm 25 years old. I've been training for about 7 years. I do take a little bit more seriously than most, but I do just want to share my passion of health and fitness and kind of make it easier for other people, enjoyable to watch and learn about. So just continue to make videos. I don't know if I'll be a YouTuber when I'm 35 in 10 years, but maybe the platform's changed a little bit and I'm not so much doing these kind of videos, but maybe more educational stuff, which I definitely would enjoy doing in the future. How did you get started and how did you grow? So as I mentioned, I got started during quarantine, just basically wanted to put out content. I was already doing the fitness thing. I had tried and failed a couple times making an Instagram, like a Fitstagram or a fitness Instagram. And I said, you know what, screw it, let's do YouTube. Started with a 10K challenge. And then just basically just kept making videos. I would find like a content or an idea I liked. I'd be like, okay, I'll just go ahead and do that myself, put my own twist on it, that kind of thing. For the first year, I pretty much posted at least once a week. And then for the last year and a half, I think I posted about 2 times per week, no matter what. So stay consistent, put out good content, and try to upgrade your content as you go. Favorite video so far? It's gonna be one of the Seattle ones again. Probably the cliff jumping and Lake Kolchak with Levi and Isaac. That's probably my favorite video so far. The quality of the video is unreal. The activities in the video are so cool. And obviously hanging out with Levi out there and having Isaac with me was just an absolute blast. So that's probably my favorite video so far. How much do you make off YouTube? I've been debating making like an actual okay, how much I make off YouTube, showing you my analytics and stuff. If that's something you guys really want, let me know down in the comments below. But I will say it is a full-time job for a part-time, if not less than part-time salary. So it's not much. If you're making, getting millions of views a video, probably like Jesse James West, those guys probably make 30K a month, something like that. And let's just say he gets 10 million views a month, I get 100,000 views a month. So you can kind of do the math backwards. It is not very much, but luckily I enjoy doing it, so I'll keep making videos regardless of the pay, no matter how small it might be. Will I compete in bodybuilding? Yes, I plan to compete in bodybuilding fall 2023. Don't know a show date yet. I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. Favorite protein powder flavor. So Transparent Labs, please bring back the fruity cereal protein. That is by far my favorite. So I would say Fruity Cereal by Transparent Labs, currently it's discontinued. Please bring it back. My second would be the milk chocolate flavor. When does the cut start? Are you excited? I am extremely excited to start my cut. I cannot wait. February 6th is gonna be my start of prep. So it's a Monday, February 6th is gonna be the first day I kind of basically say, okay, what are my calories gonna be moving forward? Start the cut. Obviously at beginning, it'll probably be a little bit more aggressive. I can lose a little bit more weight to start and it'll kind of slow down as the time goes on. But February 6th is the start of prep and the start of my cut. Stage weight. So hopefully around 160 is the goal. Hopefully I stay in the 160s as I prep. Don't wanna drop too low. My guess is probably around 160, give or take 2 or 3 pounds. Max bench, squat, and deadlift. I don't really bench, squat, or deadlift anymore, to be completely honest, but my max bench was 315, my max squat was 405, and my max deadlift I think was 455. Those are, once again, I wanna hit those goals and I don't really have aspirations to go any higher than that. Right now my goal is all about bodybuilding and building muscle. Do you train abs? Not as much as I should. I do try to do abs maybe once or twice a week, and I'll just do decline sit-ups, leg raises, something like that, 3 sets of 15, just like any other muscle group. Natty, do you ever plan to take any steroids? I am still natty. I plan to be natty pretty much my entire life. If I hit 50, 55 years old and my test is low for whatever reason, maybe I'll look into TRT, something like that. But I definitely don't plan to use any steroids or blast anytime soon. Best snack to help with dieting, 100-calorie popcorn, diet sodas, Jell-O, and Yasso bars. Those are some of my favorites. And fruit, just melons, cantaloupe, pineapples, like fruit is probably my favorite thing. Pet pet peeves in the gym. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't really care too much. Like, I'll be honest, just be respectful. Don't do things you wouldn't want others to do to you. If you see someone waiting for a piece of equipment, ask them if they want to work in with you. I don't think that's a big deal. But yeah, just be respectful, be a good person. I don't really have any major pet peeves. Be respectful of the people and as well as the equipment. Don't like treat equipment like it's crappy just because it's a cheap gym or something like that. Just treat the people and equipment with respect, and that's about it. Plan after bodybuilding show, will you ever do powerlifting? No desire to do powerlifting, but no real plan after my bodybuilding show. If I do really enjoy the process, I'll probably take 2 or 3 years off and maybe compete again. And then during those 2 or 3 years, try to add as much mass as I can, grow even more, build even more muscle mass. And really, after my bodybuilding show, my goal is to hopefully travel back to Europe after my bodybuilding show, after prep. Then yeah, just make more content, because during prep, it will probably be a little bit more strict in terms of like what I eat. So definitely after prep, I want to get back into more, I would say, like kind of food-based YouTube stuff, because I know during prep, my food will probably be pretty regimented. I won't be able to be as flexible with like dieting and stuff like that. But I'll definitely still keep you guys posted on recipes and stuff that I discovered during my prep. And the last thing, where's the cookbook? So yeah, I've been getting this question a lot. As you guys know, a lot of my YouTube videos are about food, full days of eating recipes. And the cookbook, I hope, pray to God if everything goes right. I do have a little, like some legal stuff. The cookbook's pretty much written the recipe wise, but I need to make sure like I can legally write a cookbook. I can legally like publish it and sell it, and look at some like liability stuff. So basically the cookbook itself is done. It's more so now like the back end business stuff, setting up the website, making sure I like don't get myself in any sort of legal trouble selling a cookbook, and then all kinds of stuff. My goal is to have the cookbook up and ready for purchase. My goal, so right now I have about 65 recipes. I think I'll probably do like 60 plus recipe cookbook for maybe like 20 bucks or $15, $20, something like that. I haven't come to the final price point yet, but definitely don't want to make it like a, honestly, no offense to Greg Doucette, but a $300 cookbook. Mine's gonna be closer to $19, $20. And all the recipes you can probably find on my channel. So this is gonna be just an organized file for you guys to buy. It'll probably be an ebook as well. Next section, I do have some questions about Boomy Threads. I'll run through real quick. So this was before the launch. So now the website's up, you can go and probably answer most of the questions on there. But what was the price of the shirt? What size do you wear? What's your favorite design? So the price of the shirts are on the website. They're $38 or $42 depending on the design, the type of shirt, stuff like that. But yeah, $38 is the base, and then $42 for the tie-dye shirts. What size do I wear? I wear a large. I'm actually wearing one right now under the sweatshirt. But I wear a large. I am 5'9", about 175 pounds, 180 pounds, and it fits perfectly. It's a loose fit, but not an oversized fit. So I would say, but we have a sizing chart and stuff all over there. My favorite design is definitely the bleach design with Ichigo's different faces on the back. Ever want to watch One Piece or make a One Piece shirt? I'm saving One Piece for prep during cardio. I will be watching One Piece about 50 episodes in, but definitely that's gonna be my show for prep as I go through all my cardio. One Piece is gonna be my show to watch. I guarantee I'll have a design by the end of prep for One Piece as well. Make a JJK, so Jujutsu Kaisen. I will be making a design for that this year. My goal is to make probably 4 or 5 new designs every year moving forward based on some of my favorite animes, what you guys enjoy, what's releasing that year, stuff like that. So, and then last question about Boomy Threads. What was the goal of the company? Honestly, just make dope t-shirts that you guys enjoy, you like, as far as like, obviously if you're an anime viewer, you enjoy the design, you like the t-shirt. And like I said, I'll be honest, I do need to make some money at the end of the day, so it is a business. Obviously at the start, I'll probably be making $0. I'm down quite a bit of money just through the designs, the website, purchasing materials, all that kind of stuff. So it's an investment, but hopefully grow a business, learn about e-commerce, and then make dope designs that you guys like and wanna wear. And real quick, the last section is more about the general fitness tips and questions. I had a lot of people ask about their specific scenarios, and I can't really go through everyone. My goal with the channel, there's a lot of information in my fitness tips playlist. If you go in that, it'll talk about lean bulking, dieting, maintenance, how to find your calories, a lot of those kind of videos. So I'll go through some of the questions I wrote down, but my fitness tips playlist on YouTube has a bunch of information answering probably over half these questions, if not more so. I'll also plan to dive into more questions during my prep series. And then also, if you do need more personal one-on-one help, I do offer one-on-one coaching, link down in the description to apply for that. But overall, are the weights different in gyms, metal versus the commercial dumbbells you see at commercial gyms? Yes, I 100% think that the metal dumbbells and weights are heavier than the synthetic ones that you see at commercial gyms like a Crunch or Planet Fitness. If I need to actually take a scale in there to measure them, I guess I could. I think other people have done that, but I think just the metal just tend to feel a little bit heavier. And then as far as the synthetic stuff, I think it's pretty close. But once again, it's all relative, right? If you're still lifting heavy, training close to failure, that's all that matters. But pulley systems do vary a lot depending on the pulley system. So This is my mechanical engineering degree talking, but the more pulleys you have in a system, like the more like wheels that the rope or thread goes around, the easier it's gonna be to lift. So like a 1 pulley system is a little bit harder than a 2 pulley system or a 3 pulley system. So the pulley systems and the cables at each gym will vary, but once again, it's all relative to how hard it is for you personally and making sure you train close to failure. Healthy to go straight from a bulk to a cut. So this really depends. So if you're bulking and you wanna say, okay, you finish your bulk and go immediately into a cut, I guess it depends on a few things. It depends on your time frame as far as when you need to get lean by or when you want to get lean by. I would say it depends on your body fat percentage as well. If you're already fairly lean, your lean bulk kept you lean, you probably can go straight to a cut. If you feel like you added maybe a little bit too much body fat, a little bit of a maintenance phase could be good to kind of clean up the diet before you start a cut. And also a little bit of maintenance phase, get your body used to carrying that extra weight. So when you do start to cut, you're cutting body fat, not just overall body weight and muscle with that. So it depends, but I would say definitely a maintenance phase is probably good to have in between a bulk and a cut. Dumbbell lateral raise versus machine lateral raise. No real difference if you perform them both in an adequate manner in terms of overall resistance profiles. The dumbbells obviously are very easy at the bottom and harder up top, where a machine will have a constant tension across the entire path. So it'll have the same resistance profile when your shoulder's down by your side as well as up top, where the dumbbells are really easy at the bottom, but then harder up top. So basically the resistance profile changes, but not much else. You can definitely use both variations. What I eat before I train in the morning. It really depends. The biggest thing I will say, and this kind of goes with the next one, best time for my pre-workout meal, it depends on the person. What we do know from studies is that protein post-workout is important to overall start the muscle building process and muscle protein synthesis. But as far as carbs before your workout or eating before your workout, it depends on the person, what time you train. If you train right when you wake up, you might not have an appetite, or you might not want to eat food and then go try to train, and you might have an upset stomach. Some people might be able to handle an apple or a banana or a protein shake and go and be able to train. Others might, as soon as you put food in their system, might kind of feel a little upset stomach and feel sick if they try to go train. So that's very individualized. I would say personally, I have noticed from clients as well as myself, I prefer to have at least some food in my system, preferably a carb source, and then I'll go train, even if I do have to train in the morning. But it really depends. I have clients that train fasted. I've trained fasted in the past. I know a lot of people do too and have success with that as well. Cardio before or after you work out. Definitely do your cardio after. You want to spend most of your energy towards resistance training and do your cardio afterwards. Transition from an athlete to the gym. I mean, the biggest thing is take that same mindset you have as an athlete to train properly, get better at your sport, hone your skills, and take that into the gym. Don't feel like go to the gym and should be able to progress right away and start squatting 405 if you've never squatted before and you're coming from the soccer field. But take the mentality from sports of, okay, I'm gonna start here and slowly get better. Take that to the gym with you. It's gonna be a long process, but enjoy the journey. Find stuff you like, hone your skills, get better form, technique. And yeah, I would say the biggest thing is just get started and then you'll kind of learn as you go. Testosterone opinion. So I actually have a whole video on that. I personally took testosterone, I think for about 3.5, maybe 4 months. And I didn't personally notice any significant difference besides a basic kind of lean bulk. But I have a whole video breaking that down. I personally don't think it's worth it. I think high quality food, quality sleep, workouts, everything else should be optimized before you go start to look for supplements for a little extra help. Cut, then recomp, or recomp right away. Once again, this is dependent on the individual. I personally like to say cut first. As it is probably for most people, anyone above probably 20% body fat, the cut would probably be more beneficial and a little bit more efficient to start. And then maybe once you get below 20% body fat, you can think about recomping. But recomping, it's really mostly for beginners, somebody that's like extremely overweight and obese. Because when we talk about recomp, we're talking about losing body fat and building muscle. And it's possible, yes, but it's not as easy as sometimes people make it out to be. But if you're a new trainee, if you haven't trained in maybe 2 or 3 years, but you used to be well trained, if you once again are extremely overweight, you can probably lose some body fat and gain some muscle at the same time. But typically it's better to take one approach or the other. Go ahead and enter a 3 or 4 month cut and then go ahead and build some muscle after that is probably what I would recommend for most people. And also cutting first is just get you a little bit more motivation. You're gonna see a little bit more significant visual changes when you cut versus recomp or bulking. The visual changes are gonna be a lot less than a cut. So if you want to maybe have a little bit more external motivation and see the changes, a cut is probably more effective. yeah, and once again, I wrote down a few other ones, but the biggest thing there is a lot of them are individualized. But my fitness tips playlist on YouTube, I know I kind of plugged this before, there's a lot of good information. If you watch the how to cut and how to lean bulk videos, those will pretty much walk you through exactly what I personally do and what I recommend, as well as what a lot of the literature and what I've read and studied over the last 6 or 7 years in the industry as well. But without further ado, I'll end the video here. If you guys have any extra questions, go ahead and leave those down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer those just online. I appreciate the support once again. 50K is, like, once again, I've been so busy lately, I haven't been able to really think about it, but it is actually an absurd number to me. I remember quite literally in this garage gym filming little videos for my Instagram, hoping I could maybe do this one day full time or have an actual successful YouTube channel. And now I'm filming my 50,000 subscriber video in the same garage gym type thing that I started my little fitness Instagrams that no longer exist 3 or 4 years ago. So thank you so much for the support. It is greatly appreciated. I hope that the support is earned. I hope I give enough information. I try my absolute best to answer all comments, always take constructive criticism, put out the best content I can. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for 50K. Here's to 100. See you guys next time. Peace.